You may think we are alone in this universe, but I would like to take the time to prove that statement wrong. Science is a very unique and interesting study that all humans have shared throughout all of eternity, from the first campfire to the discovery of nuclear isotopes. But there's a couple things that are still to this day a mystery, and that is the discovery of intelligent life outside of our solar system as we know it. You may think, oh, why don't we just conclude there's no life if we can't even discover it? Well, I would say that's a pretty reasonable statement because it makes complete sense to think that. But our observable universe is so small, it would be absolutely futile to make that conclusion because our observable universe is only a miniature 93 billion light years in diameter. Now, you may think that's incredibly large. We can only assume that the size of the entire universe is a number so large that it's infinite, meaning we can only assume we share this plane with another intelligent life form. Now, it may be terrifying to think that, and you may just be right. Who knows? We could be under the control of a Type 7 civilization right now and not even know it. If you don't know what a Type 7 civilization is, it's basically the concept of intellectual advancement in a civilization, and we aren't even Type 1 yet. Type 7 is the concept of a civilization playing the God role and having control over every single piece of matter in the multiverse. That is the Kardashev scale at work. Maybe we think we are safe, but who knows? At any moment, we could be pulverized just because we didn't provide sufficient entertainment to those who watch over us. And that is a horrifying thing to theorize about. There's also the small chance that there's a civilization less advanced than us, and that wouldn't pose a threat at all because there's no danger involved. We all live our lives and live in a conscious state, not knowing what others may feel. And at a time, we may feel completely comfortable in that stance, but we may truly never know how it is to breathe air out of another set of human lungs and be in the body of someone else. Really let that sink in and let it sink in right there. Let that sink in. The chances of unicellular life existing on a planet with water are at a staggering 60 to 90% chance, which is remarkably high. But unicellular life isn't very complex and it doesn't really serve a purpose, so that's not very surprising. But the existence of complex life is very, very low, at under 1% chance, because we have something known as the evolutionary bottleneck, where you need to get a rare event to happen for your first eukaryotic cell to appear, which is definitely no small feat at all, because that is a very rare cosmic event. But when you factor in every single other planet out in the universe, the chances of complex life appearing are essentially a 100% chance, because there's roughly 1 to 10 septillion planets in the universe, which a septillion is carried by 24 zeros. Now, with that being said, we as a human race will never be alone, and that is a fact indisputable by any research to be done.